Hi F2Ps, it's Goodfellow away from F2P.com, and today we are checking out Gwent, the Witcher card game from CD Projekt. It is a free-to-play card game that is currently in an open beta. I don't know how long it's on for, but as it's now available, we are checking it out for sort of the first time. This is a first look, but we've been playing it for a couple of hours to try and, get an idea of just exactly what you're supposed to do and not try and learn whilst we're recording. So we've had a few games, we've got to grips with the mechanics, and we're going to try and explain the game to you as we play and just kind of show you what it is all about. So we're going to jump straight into a game first, and we'll explain the other stuff afterwards. Whilst we could jump into a casual match, a multiplayer against another player, we're going to skip this because there's kind of time limits and stuff like that, so we don't want to have to rush through something whilst we're trying to explain, so we are just going to go into a single player. Now you've got practice mode against AI, and then you've got challenges, which is what we've been focusing on. So this is various decks and enemies that you are put up against, as well as unlocking different different rewards and stuff like that. So we've been fighting through the monsters challenges. We've done 3 out of 6. Now that's not to say we've had 3 games, because we've had quite a few games, we've just not been able to beat them first time. However, we're fighting these guys at the moment at the fog of war, and it is an absolute pain in the ass, so we're going to try and fight somebody else, because I can't be bothered doing an entire video knowing I'm probably not going to win. I feel like my deck isn't that great at the moment, so we're gonna let's go with Northern Realms. So we'll go against these guys. Never fought them before, no idea what their deck's gonna be like, but we are gonna jump in with, I think we'll go with the monster starter deck. We've been sticking with the monsters, so we have an idea of what we can do. Now you've got Nilfgaard, Skortail, I have no idea how you're pronouncing this. These are all from The Witcher lore, as in the franchise The Witcher. So Northern Realms, and then Skellig, and then obviously monsters. So we're going to stick with the monsters because we seem to know them best. So this is the boss that we're going to be going up against, Steel Skin. So he can lock 2 enemies and damage them by 4. Okay, that seems interesting. Let's see how this goes. So there's a few, I mean, as far as card games go, it is considerably different to anything we've played. Gwent was originally a mini game in, I think, The Witcher 3. I don't think it was in the previous ones, but it was something that was put into the game that you could play in taverns and kind of collect stuff as you went, collecting different cards and learning how to get better at it, etc., etc. And players like, this game is great, release it as a game, and so that is what CD Projekt have done. So this is our deck, this is our hand. So you see, you actually, unlike most card collecting games, CCGs, you actually have quite a few hands in cards in your starter hand, and we can, as usual, redraw 3 of them. So the basics of this deck, from what I can gather, is trying to get Biting Frost onto a row, because there are weather conditions. Some of these concepts aren't going to make sense until we start playing. Get Biting Frost on the deck, which will on the battlefield, which will start injuring the enemy over time, using some of our other units. So if Frost is on the board, then he gets stronger. You've got this thing that also summons Frost. So there's a cool one. So damage an enemy by 4 if the enemy is under Frost. Damage it by 8. There's another one that it will increase the damage Frost deals on a row. Instead of 1 per turn, does it increase it to 2 per turn? I don't think it adds 2, so it doesn't do 3 per turn. I think it just increases it by 2 per turn. So I think I'm going to get rid of this dude. No, I'm not. I'm going to keep him. Do I need this many biting frosts? Probably not, because I've already got this one that also summons one. So, okay, I'm going to get rid of one of these. Okay, and we've got a chart. Okay, that'll do. That's fine. Yeah, it's fine, it's fine. Okay. So, to explain the board, we have enemies' side of the board. We have our side of the board. What's this done? I'll find out what that does in a minute. So, you've got your 3 rows which correspond to your different units. So that's a siege unit, that's a melee unit, and then we've got an archery unit which we don't have in. So siege units can only go there, melee units there, archery units can only go there. The ones with arrows can be placed anywhere. You've got some standard units which we don't have any of, that basically just have power. So this number here signifies power. And the concept of the game is to build up as much power as you can in a round. But then also some of them have special abilities where, such as this one, remove weather from the row. So the idea is to build up power by placing units. Now that's got a power of 5, and so at the end of his turn, because you can only place 1 card at a time, my enemy's power is 5. If I placed this, and I could put it on any row, I would have a power of 6. And you keep going back and forth until either you or your opponent decides, I'm going to pass, that's enough, I'm not going to play any more cards. Either I think I've won, or I'm going to forfeit the round, and it's a best of 3 rounds. Now, straight away you might think, well, why would you forfeit a round? Why would you not just carry on playing? These cards are all you have. In the next round, I think you get 2 additional cards. In the 3rd round, you get 1 additional card. So if you burn everything you've got just to win the first round, in the 2nd round, you're going to have 2 cards. In the 3rd round, you're going to have 1 card. So you're going to lose rounds 2 and 3. So it's strategically knowing when you're definitely going to win, knowing that your hand is strong enough for in the later rounds, and also knowing when to forfeit a round, which is probably the hardest part. And so with that, you have different units that can boost themselves, can remove the enemy's power cards, destroy cards, things like that. And it's an interesting concept. I've not seen a game like this before, and I think it's definitely going to find its own place within the CCG market. So let's begin. As we've not played these guys before, I don't know what their abilities actually do, so I'm going to have to keep checking. So deploy, trigger this ability when the card is placed on the board. So as soon as it's placed on the board, that's when their effects trigger. So absorbs a given amount of damage dealt to a unit. Trigger this ability when the unit is played adjacent to a unit with a crewman ability. Okay, increase a unit's current power. So it will add 2. Okay, so it adds 2 armor to any adjacent unit. So any cards that are placed on this row will get 2 armor, which mitigates 2 points of damage before it starts actually removing its power. And any fresh crew. So if you put any crew next to it, it will increase its power by 3, so it'd go up to 8. Okay, so realistically, want to get rid of that, although that is relying on stuff being placed on that row, and as we know, we're going to be putting Biting Frost, which is going to kill stuff on that row, which is good for us. Now, the ability I was talking about before, where if we could improve the power of Biting Frost, that would be pretty cool roundabout now, but we're just going to go and just start with it on there. So weather effect, frost. So that was our card. There you go. So what was this? Reinforced ballista. This and a unit on the opponent's. Okay, trigger this decrease a unit's current power. Okay, so they were playing it, but we didn't have any enemies or any units played. Decrease a unit's current power. A unit on the opponent's side of the board. Absorb a given amount of damage dealt to the unit. Trigger this ability. Oh, okay. So trigger this ability when the unit is played adjacent to it. So they're kind of waiting for crewmen to go on this on this row, so we have to be pretty careful. If the enemy's under frost, we can damage by 8. Oh, hold on, let's have a think. So this will damage an enemy by 2 and ignores armor. And it will repeat the deploy ability when a crewman goes. So they can deal 2 damage when they're dealt, and they will be able to do that again when a crewman is put in. Okay. This guy deals 3 damage. But if I wait for a round, then they'll be down to 1 each. That might not be if crewman gets put down. And I can boost myself. So I am going to just put this guy down. I have to be conscious of where I'm going to put it. I can't imagine yeah, I can't imagine that they're going to be playing any weather effects. So with this, now if I placed this dude, I'm going to destroy that one, which will increase him to 7 because I managed to kill it. That was my ability to give me a boost. Now he's going to die in 2 rounds, so I don't need to worry too much about him. He got boosted because he went on as a lower unit, and by placing him, because it didn't make me win that round. Because on that turn I wasn't in the lead, he then got a boost from it. So that was pretty cool. Okay, remove weather from row. I mean, I'm fairly confident I can win this one. Let's. I actually don't know what that does. Deploy summon a copy of a different bronze wild hunt ally. I don't know. It never seems like it does anything. That one. Oh, okay. Which deploy? Okay. Oh. Check this book. Play the special card from your deck. Okay. And who's this? So that's Lambert. Summon Eskel and Vesimer. Eskel and okay. That's done stuff. But he doesn't do anything else. They just plays 2 cards at a time. Okay, that's fine. I'm thinking if I play this dude. So because there's frost on the board.
Do not test my patience.
Oh no. Okay, so he's a gold. You get different borders. You've got bronze, silver, and gold. You can only have so many. You can only have one silver type, so you can't have more than one of that card in your deck, or more than one of a gold. I think you can have 3 of the same kind of a bronze. Gold cards mean that effects and stuff don't. You can't really do anything. They're the best ones. So you can't really do anything to those. I think when he enters, it deals 2 damage. Trigger this ability when the card is placed on the board. Play the specified cards from your deck. Summon Eskel and Vesimer. I don't really understand. The wording on some of these cards is a bit odd, and I don't really get it. Basically, I've got this card, and I can clone another card, but I just don't know whether it's a good time to do it. I still think I can win this round. It's just whether I can win future rounds. This will spawn a bronze wild hunt card. I'm gonna go for it. Okay, I'm gonna play my big dude. So that's a leader card. I get to choose where he goes, and now I can summon. What have I got? Okay, damage it ended by 3 if it was destroyed. Boost self by 2. Round End Brave. If this unit is on the board, give it resilience, trio, turn end boost, self. I don't know what that does. I actually don't know what that does. So this dude. Ah, shit. Okay, I should have played this a turn later when they were down to 3. Okay, it's not the end of the world. So I'm going to damage it by 3. So that'll die on the next turn. Oh, it's passed. Okay, so he's passed and he's got 5 cards left. I've got 5 cards. So because he's passed and I've won, there's no point in me carrying on. So I might as well just pass and save my cards. So now we're going into round 2. Sorry if it's even a little bit slow sometimes, but because I'm trying to concentrate on the units, I have to be a bit careful. So we've drawn 2 extra cards. So we've drawn Triss Marigold. When I deploy her, she will damage a unit by 5, and we also got Alzur's Thunder, which will damage a unit by 7, which is really good. So essentially we can do 12 big points of damage. That's going to summon that. I think I can get rid of this one. Okay, so we've got more Frost. Okay. Oh, it's my turn. Okay. I'm just going to put some Frost down straight away. So if he wants to place anything there, then... And then I'm going to put some Frost down. Why is that not... Why deploy Summon Biting Frost? Why is it not let... I don't get why it's done that. I don't get it. I don't get it. Trigger this ability when the card is placed on the board. Play the specified cards from it. Can I only put Biting Frost on one row? I honestly, I just don't get it. Because that's really annoying now. Because if I'd have saved that and then I'd put the Frost on there... See, I can choose an enemy, so I really kind of don't want to kill that yet, because I can clone it, and it might even start getting stronger. Absorbs a given amount of damage dealt to a unit. Triggers ability when the card is placed on the board. Okay, I'm going to play this dude. I might get... Yeah, Geralt. Okay. Again, it was a bad idea to play that, because if I'd have waited, then I'd have like boosted him by another 3. Okay, so he's gonna get damage each turn, but it's like gonna be like 3 turns before he even starts taking damage, unless. Okay, so if I play this badass now, so he's got 2 damage left. Ugh, of course there's another one. Yeah, I've played that already. Okay. Shield deal damage by 5. I mean, we were really winning. Okay.
How can I help?
Fortunately, we're really kind of smashing these guys up, which is good for us. What does he do? Okay. So my last card. I should summon that. There we go. So I absorb its power. So I'm at 43. You've got to get 21 points. Yeah! That's what I'm talking about. And that's how you win a game of Gwent. Like a boss. That was pretty good. I enjoyed that. So that was the strength of my deck. I'm presuming with their deck, it was more a case of they had to really get the crewman next to the siege weapons. So, we got ore, got 25 ore, we'd get 50 ore for beating the next challenge, and then we would, I think it's generally a leader that you get. Yeah, so I think you'd get Radovid once you get that, and then you'd get Henselt when you get that. So, if you're trying to build up your Northern Realms deck, that's a good way to do it. As I was building up my monsters deck, I got the Unseen Elder, and then I'd get Dagon, who's really cool. So I mean, he can summon frost and stuff by default, and which is a pretty cool ability to have when your deck is built around damage from frost. So, deck management. These are just the challenges, so we have to come out of here now. So, you have cards, you got your deck builder. We can create a new deck. Choose who we're going to go with, so monsters. And so, he's the new leader card that we've unlocked. Consume 3 allies, but strengthen this unit by their power instead of boosting it. I don't know. I think boosting is just a term because some of your cards deal extra damage on enemies if they've just been boosted, things like that. So I think the strengthen is basically he gets stronger, but it won't give your enemy any advantages, stuff like that. Okay, so we can have max copies 3 from bronze, max copies 1, and we can only have 4 gold and 6 silvers. So we can start. So we've got all. We can check our golds, check our bronze, check our silvers. So let's start with our gold. We've not got that many gold, so there you go. We've only got 4, and you can only have 1 of each. So that's pretty simple to do. So I suppose you wouldn't. I suppose you don't have to have. 4 gold. I suppose you could have more bronze. So silvers. So different cards we've got. Some of them are faction only. I'm pretty sure. I think it's the colour of the banner. So these are the monster ones. So that's a monster faction only. Whereas these brown ones are neutrals. So the likes of Triss and Geralt can be in any deck. And we don't have that many silvers. So we got 6. So we would put. We've not built that many cards up. So. Okay. So. I don't know what the relevance is with it making me place them into these different rows. Huh. Okay. These are ability cards. Oh, he's melee, so he has to go there. He could go there, and he could go there. Oh, I can only have 4 on. Oh, okay. They're just being a bit weird. Oh, so it's just... I don't know. I don't know. I don't know why it's doing that. So bronze. I think you've seen most of them. So that card, that has 2 options. There we go. So when you play it, you can trick it all weather on your side. It clears the weather from your side. Or you can play a random bronze unit from your deck, which is good because it's a powerful card to have if you're against a deck that is constantly putting weather effects on you. But if it is your last card and you don't need to do that, then you can play a random bronze unit from your deck instead. Well, if it's your last card, you wouldn't have a random bronze. I don't know. I'm sure it's absolutely awesome. Okay. So what else have we got? We've got Swallow Potions that boosts a unit by 8. Thunderbolt Potion. Ooh. Demeritium Shackles. Toggle a unit's lock. If it is gold, demote it. Oh. That's interesting. So you could convert a gold into a silver and then actually attack it and destroy it and stuff like that. Whereas with the gold, they're generally pretty invulnerable. That's nice. Quensine. Choose a unit in your hand. Give all copies of it in your hand and deck shield and boost. Nice. So some of these I've had them, but because I've been playing the monster deck, I've not noticed them. Whereas they are neutral, so they're viable in all decks. So Aracus Venom damage 3 adjacent units by 4. Okay. Anyway, do you know what? You get the concept of it. You build your cards. You know, There you go. Let's have these. So we've got total. Let's just get them all in. There you go. Poof, ready to play. So minimum 25, maximum 40. Save and exit. Now, not that I'm going to play with that deck because it was just absolutely awful, but there you go. So that's my Unseen Elders deck number 2. Can you rename it? Okay, there we go. I was just looking. I was like, you should be able to rename it. So that's building a deck. We can also craft cards. Okay, so that's my entire collection. That's probably a little bit easier to check stuff out before you go making a deck. So as you can see, I've got 10 out of 102 cards, 24 neutrals. So yeah, so I've not got that many, but it's because I've completed some of the challenges that I've got some extra bits. So that's your catalogue. Now let's look at the crafting. Shop. Cards deck builder. Oh, so it was in there. So view cards and craft them. Okay, so as I have that one, you have to have the card. So if I wanted to craft this card, it would cost me 30 squiggly doodles. There you go, whatever they are. And I've got 50 of them. I've got 300 of them. I think that might be for buying stuff in the shop, maybe. But this is some crafty essence stuff. Oh, that's pretty cool. Apply fog to a roll. Apply fog to a row. So you've got some enemies that I had to play against the other other challenge that I couldn't do, called foglets, and they just get stronger and stronger and stronger when there's fog. So combine them with this dude, it'd be pretty cool. So you have to own the card, then you hit craft, boop, and I've got 2 of them. So very, very useful. But you, like I said, you do have to own the card first. So these greyed out ones, I can craft them, but it costs a hell of a lot more. So creating duplicates cheaper, creating a brand new one, or is it just depending on the cost? That's weird. So what's the difference between these two? I don't know the difference between that one and that one. Interesting. I mean, the tutorial was very, very brief, so I'm not entirely sure why there's duplicates. If you know, then feel free to leave a comment in the comment section below. With one of the cool things is that with your golds and silvers, as you can only have 1 copy of each gold and silver in your deck, if you get duplicates, then they have the mill feature that we haven't unlocked yet. It's level 3, and you know we've played a good 10 games probably now, and you know I don't think we're still level 1, so it's a bit of a slow leveling process. But by the time you actually need that, and when you've got lots of duplicates, then it'll be available anyway. But like with your duplicates that you don't need, or if you've got more than you can have in a deck, or like I said, if you've got duplicates of golds and silvers, then you can mill them and you get some of these I don't know, enchantment dust. I don't know what it's called. So yeah, so you can create your own cards. Pretty cool. And then finally, let's have I don't know if that's particularly interesting. Let's have a look in the shop. Okay, cool. So yes, like I said, this is shop currency. Kegs are basically your loot chests. You can buy them one at a time with this stuff, or you can buy with cash. So I'm about to buy 1 keg card. Each keg contains 5 cards. 1 is guaranteed to be rare, and you will choose this card out of the 3 cards of the same rarity. So pretty cool. So you can buy multiple, I guess. You just bought this keg. Do you want to open them? Yeah, let's open them now. I like this little animation, it's pretty cool. Okay, so we got neutral. Torrential rain, apply rain to a row, so more weather effects, always cool. I don't know the Nilfgaard, I don't know. Clan Heime Skald, the Scourgelers, Elven War Dancer, oh cool. And then for our rares, right, okay, cool. So you can choose which of these you want. I don't own any of them. So it's pretty cool. I mean, they're rare cards, but they're all bronze. So if I was like, oh yeah, that's cool, I could, I believe, I could choose that one and then create some duplicates of it if I had the crafting materials. So choose a bronze ally and create 2 base copies of it in the bottom of your deck. Orders: summon this unit, Imperial Golem. Boost 3 adjacent units by 3 and add armor to them. Adding up. As we're monsters, let's go for a monster card. And there you go. So that was buying loot. Apologies for that. A little bit of a bad cough there. And obviously you can, I presume you can buy, you can buy kegs, but I don't believe you can necessarily buy the crafting material. You got multiplayer, you got rank matchup, you need to be rank 10, leaderboards, friend match, play against friends, and then you got the practice challenges, deck builder collection, trinkets, this is just changing your avatar and stuff, not massively interesting.
Observe a master in
And I've not got any of the other stuff. So there you go, just a little cool thing, I guess. A little bit of something something. And there you go. So we've gone through everything. Pretty much, patch notes, settings, review available and unlocked rewards. It's a very fun game. It's very different to what we're used to, but different in a good way. It's nice. It's a bit of a breath of fresh air to play something different, approaching it with a different strategy. The fact that it is 3 rounds is cool. That you have to weigh up whether you should win or lose a round. Obviously, in our little demo, we just managed to win both rounds. We didn't feel like we were in a position where we had to forfeit, but believe me, we have been in that position before. So like I said, it is currently in an open beta for you to check out, so go and check it out. But that's it. That's Gwent. Thank you guys for watching. If you found the video useful, then please give it a thumbs up. Hit the notifications if you want to see more of our videos as and when we release them. Betas, alphas, early access, all that kind of good stuff. Check out new games, old games. You can check us out on Facebook and Twitter at f2p.com, or over on our official website where we do all sorts of news, reviews, videos, giveaways, and all that good stuff. So thank you guys for watching. I have been Goodfellow, you've been you, this has been Gwent, and hopefully we shall see you in the next video. Bye bye!